Right, Shalom, this is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix Camp. And with that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Let's jump right into the scriptures. This is Proverbs 17:27. It says, "He that has knowledge spares his words, and the man of understanding is an excellent spirit." So it says, "He that has knowledge spares his words," man. So basically, you don't want to reveal too many things to people about yourself, or even about your situation or your problems. You know, you want to be as unspoken as possible. You know, because you got to understand that everybody's your enemy, man. And the words that you say, whether they be said in truth, or they be said it with in haste, or they be said without thinking because you're caught up in some type of emotion or feeling, those words can be used against you. You know, so it's better just to refrain your tongue, man. You know, there's many scriptures that speak about that. You know, we're gonna get a few of them as we go along. So this is once again Proverbs 17:27. It says, "He that has knowledge spares his words." You know, because you can't go to your workplace, and talk all kinds of shit, man. You know, talking about Esau and this, that, the other. You know, there's a platform for what we do and what we teach. And it's not at your workplace. Now, you might find a certain person that the Spirit, urges you to share the truth with. Well, you don't just, pronounce it. That's why, we don't wear fringes in our daily life. We don't wear fringes. We don't put fringes on every piece of clothing that we wear. Because we got to be wise as serpents. Let's go ahead and get that. And part of being wise as a serpent is refraining or controlling your tongue. This is Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So you got to remember that everybody's a wolf, meaning that they see you as prey, man. They see you as someone to be taken advantage of. So be careful how you deal with people, man. You gotta understand that these people out here, they got demons on them. They're only for their own interests, and that especially includes these women out here, man. You gotta be very careful with these women out here, because they're only for their own interests. If you think that a woman out here is for you, hey, flush that fucking thought in the toilet. The scripture's talking about how King Solomon, dealt with 1,000 women and found none righteous. So what makes you think that they're any better in this day and age? So you got to be very careful on who you deal with and how you're dealing, man. So let's go back to, let's get James 1:19. This is James 1:19, and it says, "So wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh." So keep yourself in check, man, at all times. That's how you keep yourself in check. You're swift to hear, man. You hear what people say. You pay attention to the thoughts and motives of people around you by their speech. Slow to speak. You don't just talk out your ass, man. Choose your words wisely. Slow to wrath. You don't let nothing get you, because hey, these demons out here, they're out here to push your buns, man. They're out here to fuck with you. You gotta remember that. Satan's going about as a roaring lion seeking to devour, man. So be wary of that. Be wary that these people out here, they don't have your best interest in mind. They have ulterior motives, man. Everybody has an ulterior motive. Always remember that. It says in the Apocrypha that you gotta prove a friend, meaning that you don't just trust everybody immediately. You don't just meet somebody and you gotta make that man prove himself to you, and you to others. You know what I'm saying? So it's a certain way that you gotta deal with with these people out here according to the scriptures, man. And one of those ways is to, just keep your fucking mouth shut, man. Don't say nothing that you're gonna regret later. Also, even when we're teaching this truth, you gotta be very selective with the words that you say. You gotta be, stick to the scriptures, man. Don't try not to rant on too much about your thoughts and feelings towards things. Try to, get the scriptures, break them down. Not that always happens, but it's something that we all have to work on, myself included. There's one that James 1:19 again says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." So that's how you keep yourself in check, man. That's how you keep yourself in control. Not letting outside influences, drag you down. Let's get Ecclesiastes 9:17. This is Ecclesiastes 9:17. It says, the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Because a fool will just blab out his fucking mouth for everybody to hear. Then everybody knows his game plan. Everybody knows his emotions. Everybody knows his weaknesses. Everybody knows what the fuck he's about. That's why you got these rappers on Instagram. They're out there, they're speaking like fucking fools. They're showing all the money they got. They're flashing their location, and before you know it, wicked ass Jake come and rob and kill their ass, man. Because they just out there fucking boasting and shit. They just can't, they're fools anyways because they're not followers of Yahweh Shai. So they deserve that judgment, man. Let's get James 3:5. Just a quick lesson here at the plantation once again. This is James 3:5. And it says, even so the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. Behold how great a matter a little fire kindleth. Because the words you can say can spark up some shit. It can escalate things, man. You could be in a situation where saying the wrong words can escalate that situation. And that's where you find yourself in all kinds of trouble, man. That's where you find yourself in a situation that didn't have to go there. Sometimes you just fucking take the L, man. You take the L. You just like, okay, well, hey, whatever you say. You don't always gotta speak your fucking opinion, man. You gotta be very selective with the words that you say and who you say them to. Now, there's times and points where you have to speak your mind in order to not, let people fuck with you. But for the most part, you gotta, try to control, what you're saying and what you're doing, man. So let's get Wisdom of Solomon, and we'll close it out on that. The Wisdom of Solomon 1:6, it says, "For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words." Because your words can jack you up. For Yahweh is witness of his reins, and true beholder of his heart, and the hearer of his tongue. So the Lord hears what we're saying, man. And he can judge you. The scripture says he judges you by, the things that come out your mouth. So you got to be careful on that too. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world with, and that which containeth all things has knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh in righteous things cannot be hid. Because you just expose yourself, man. You say something out of course or something out of bounds or out of character to your intentions, or speaking out of your emotions. You expose yourself, man. You just expose yourself. You expose your weakness. You expose yourself to a disadvantage. Therefore, he speaketh unrighteous thing cannot be hidden. He shall avenge when it passes by. When you speak angrily, you're exposing a weakness. You're telling the other person which button to push to fuck with you. So it says, "For inquisition shall be made into the councils ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. For the ear of jealousy hears all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid." Murmurings is talking shit. Roughly a rough definition. It says, "Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting." You're talking shit and speaking all this nonsense. It has no benefit to you. For there is no word so secret that shall go forth not, and the mouth that belies slays the soul. So, you got to watch your tongue, man. Watch what you say. Watch what you say to yourself. Watch what you say to other people, to your best ability. Keep your words very, very short. You know, because people, you can understand, people are just looking for advantages and weaknesses to get over on you. But with that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most I will hope is edifying. Instead, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers keep on pushing. Shalom.